say Democrats win 3 seats in the next midterm election in the Senate, and they say, we're going to let you pass bills that benefit Alaskans if you caucus with us. You don't have to become a Democrat. You can be an independent. But if you caucus with us and provide the sort of 4th vote that we need to get from where we are now, and you can pass legislation that helps Alaskans, would you do it?
It's an interesting hypothetical. You started off with the right hook here is if this would help Alaskans, because at the end of the day,
I know you.
Yeah, you do.
I've done my reading.
Yeah, see? This is why this book is kind of scary, because now people know what motivates me, and it's this love for Alaska and what I can do. So that's my primary goal. I have to figure out how I can be most effective for the people that I serve. That's why I'm going to continue to do a really hard job, because I want to try to help people. My problem with your hypothetical is that as challenged as I think we may be on the Republican side, I don't see the Democrats being much better, and they've got not only their share of problems, but quite honestly, they've got some policies that I just inherently disagree with. One of the things that I thought was interesting in the book when we're writing it was this whole effort prior to me deciding that I was going to launch the write-in. People were looking at what happened after the primary, and they said the only way that you are going to retain this seat is if you basically have your name on the ballot, and the only way to do that is to basically carry the flag of the Libertarian Party, because that was the only party outside of the Republicans and Democrats. And so they said, basically, can you be a libertarian for a day to get elected? And they dangled that in front of me, and all of the people that I was talking to said, this is, of course, what you have to do. And I said, I can't do that. I can't be somebody that I'm not. I can't now say, I want this job so much that I'm going to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. That's not who I am.
But I guess the question is, you wouldn't become a Democrat, right? In this situation, you would be independent. And the next time Republicans are close to a majority, you could caucus with them. But I guess I more ask, is there a world in which by becoming unaligned or an independent, you could help Alaskans, that you'd consider it?
There may be that possibility. And let me put it into context from where I'm from. In Alaska right now, our legislature is governed by coalition. In the Senate, I think it's, what is it, 12? What's the makeup in the Senate?
12, or it's 14.
Yeah. 14-6 and 21-19 in the House and in the Senate. We got a small legislature, but coalitions in both bodies. And this is one of the things that I think is good and healthy for us, and I think actually is one of the reasons why people are not surprised that I don't neatly toe the line with just party initiatives, because we've kind of embraced a governing style that says, if you've got good ideas and you can work with her over there, it doesn't make any difference if you're a Republican or Democrat. We can govern together for the good of the state. And so it is a coalition government. It's not a Republican majority or a Democrat majority. It is a coalition government.
So
could
if
we
Democrats
do
won
that?
3 seats in the next election and offered you ways to pass bills that benefit Alaskans, if you caucused with them, you'd consider it?
If we're talking about some kind of a coalition, that's something that, again, is not foreign to Alaskans. Is it foreign to our operations in the Senate? Yeah. It's not foreign in other governing bodies. You look at the makeup in so many other countries. So I'm evading your answer, of course,
But
because it is so supremely hypothetical. But you can tell that the construct that we're working with right now, I don't think is the best construct.
Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you're saying yes.
Is it something that is worthy of exploration? See, you're looking to make news today. Murkowski's going
I
to
know,
head a
come on.
coalition
I'm the little
government.
guy. I'm the little guy here. Help me. Don't give it to
Yeah.
CBS. Don't give it to ABC. Give it to me.
Well, and this is one of the things where when we talk about like election reform and ways that we can actually break down some of these really partisan divides that come up, I think it's some of the things that we're seeing in a place like Alaska, where we're talking about coalitions that come together, where you have ranked choice voting that encourages people. You have a greater likelihood of being elected if you are not viewed as just the wholly partisan, but you're liked by you're supported by a group over here. Plus, there's a lot of folks that really like you as your number two. And so this idea of kind of melding melding different political thoughts. I don't know if that's the way I want to phrase it. If I saw that in writing, I probably would disagree. But it is a different way of looking at how we are addressing our problems, rather than just saying it's red and it's blue.
I do want to ask specifically about Alaska's system. I'm, pretty nerdy. I've done whole docuseries about gerrymandering and different types of voting and the like. But and I'm going to move on to that. But was that a yes? That yes, there's some openness to it.
There is some openness to exploring something different than the status quo. How's that?
Okay. All right. I'll take it.